Well, welcome back. So today we are talking about, what did you say? Have you ever said something that you wish you could take back, or maybe you wish you had never said that? You know, that whole foot in the mouth trick that we all have all learned. You know, it's like you can hear yourself saying it, but at the same time, you're thinking, what did I just say? Or, I cannot believe I just said that. You know, I'm pretty sure that we've all been there. You know, we've all said things that we wish we'd never said. We've all said things that we wish we could take back. You know, why do we do that? Why? Why do we do that? You know, I know we all know better. I know our mamas taught us better than that. You know, in Luke 6:45, it says, "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh." Out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Our mouths tell on our hearts. Our mouths expose what is in our hearts. Busted. We are so busted. James 3:8 says, "But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison." It sounds like our mouths have a mind of its own. You know, an unruly evil full of deadly poison. I mean, poison is what you use to kill things. You know, you put the poison out to kill the weeds. Or my husband got in a fire ant bed while he was trying to work in the yard. So he had to put ant killing stuff out. And, you know, isn't that what the devil comes to do? He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You know, deadly poison coming out of our mouths. So, but why? Why are we giving the devil even an inch? Why are we giving him even a tiny part to work with for things to come out of our mouth like that? Why are we putting that kind of time and energy into anything that is not what's supposed to be going in there? Why are we not taking our time and using our energy to fill our hearts and minds with the things of God? You know, since we can't tame our tongue, and since what's going in is what's coming out of our hearts, how do we fix that? I mean, I know we don't all want to walk around saying things we don't mean to say, so how do we fix what's coming out of our mouths? We've got to look at our hearts. We've got to see, you know, what are we filling our hearts with? You know, it's when we're thinking about that, we need to start thinking about, you know, what am I putting into my heart? What am I putting into my mind? What am I feeding myself? You know, what are the things I'm watching? What am I listening to? What am I reading? Who am I surrounding myself with? Am I allowing the world and its lies to come in and just take up residence? Am I allowing those seeds to be planted? You know, what goes in is going to come out. So we need to be watching what we're putting in. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." Guard your heart with all diligence. Guard your heart with all diligence. Make it a priority. We've got to make it a priority. We've got to start being very protective of our hearts and what we're putting in it. You know, we don't need to be filling it with deadly poison. Psalm 19:14 says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer." So, being protective of our hearts, I think about, you. What are we the most protective of? Well, we're the most protective of our kids. We are very protective of our kids, and it doesn't even matter how old they are. My kids are, older now, and I'm still protective of them. I want to shield them from the world, really. We keep a watchful eye on them as they're growing up. We watch them. We keep our eye out for them. We make sure that they're protected. We make sure that they're where they're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be with. We make sure that they have what they need. We make sure that, and we just try to shield them from all harm. We make sure we are watching who comes around them and, who they're surrounding themselves with. We want to make sure that it's not someone that's going to come in and, take advantage of them or to cause them harm. We are very protective of our kids. And just like we're protective of our kids like that, we've got to be protective of our hearts. And we can't just let anything come in. We can't even allow anything to even just get close. We have to stand our guard. We have to be watchful. We have to be alert, eyes open, and we have to be watching at all times. Our hearts need to be protected at all times, no matter what. And we just have to stand guard. We have to stand guard over our hearts, and we have to make sure that we're stopping anything that doesn't need to be coming in. We've got to stop it. We need to be proactive in what we're feeding our heart. We need to be proactive in putting into ourselves His Word and thoughts of Him and His goodness. When our kids are growing up, we're making sure they have the right foods. We're making sure they have everything that they need. We're making sure that we're letting them know, well, this isn't good for you, or you need to do this because it's healthy for you. We teach our kids and we protect them and we nurture them, but are we doing that same thing for our hearts, for our own heart? That's the most important part of us in making sure that we're doing all the things that we would do for our kids. We need to do that for our hearts, because what goes in is going to come out. And we need to make sure that we're not eating the world's garbage. Because garbage in, garbage out. That's not pretty. So we've got to really pay attention to what we're doing, what we're listening to, what we're reading, all of it. And we've just got to stand guard. Guard your heart. So I hope that you have a great week this week, and guard your heart. Make sure you've got good things going in, so you've got good things coming out. So, and until next time, I will see you later. Thanks, guys.